Thank you so much for tuning in to today's reading in Moon in Scorpio. Coming right off the new moon in Libra. We're tying up the Libra season, going into Scorpio season in a few days. Excuse the proud family in the background. Don't own rights to that. But my kids, those are copyrighted through my DNA. But thank you for tuning in today. Hope all of you are feeling good and wonderful. Great things are on the horizon here with the moon in Scorpio. Right now, it is opposing Uranus in Taurus retrograde. I always say whenever this moon cycles around that there's going to be some small little omen, like a little nougat of insight we get as we're walking through this dark phase of the moon where, in Scorpio, it is a dark water element, deep psychological waves of information that we get to sense here, and it's being posed by Uranus, quincunx by the Aries energy, sextile with the Capricorn energy, and the Venus and Virgo. I was just currently sitting on my Mercury. Thank goodness for that. I appreciate the sweet voices that interact with the highest part of me, the best part of me, and adds on to you guys as well. Peace, love, hair grease, all that good stuff. The moon is also going to trine over to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So we have a lot of revelations coming in right now about the direction we're currently headed in. And with the Scorpio moon, it's like I feel like it's more of a forecast of what the Scorpio season will be doing for us, as well as with Mercury already retrograde in Scorpio. The moon will conjunct here. It's also going to emphasize what this retrograde season is going to do for us emotionally. We be paying more attention to our thoughts. So I'm getting into the reading 222. Here we have in the expansive position, we have the water element sensing with the clarifying card, Seven of Swords, Aquarius moon card. In the hidden position, we have the lunar eclipse change and the moon judgment with the Nine of Wands. In the building position, we have the 10th house, the world, clarified by the two sevens here, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay, and then the outcome card here, we have the Leo, I will, clarifying by the Lovers. And at the bottom, the overall energy is the Hanged One. In the center, we have our advice cards. Visualize, affirm, and manifest with change in direction and divine timing. So these cards are brought to you by, of course, the Modern Witch Tarot, the Mystic Rebel Oracle deck, and the Black Moon Astrology Oracle deck cards as well. Thank you all, those artists and creators and light workers. I appreciate you so much for producing this ability to tap in and tap out. So anyways, getting into it. First of all, the first thing I noticed when I laid out the astrology cards first, each one was in a position that is its natural element. So this being the Jupiter position, Jupiter is fire and water. This is the moon hidden position, lunar eclipse. This is Saturn's position, 10th house, and then the sun, home in Leo. So there's definitely a shift occurring during this transformational moon. As always, however, Scorpio is about digging deep into the psychological parts of our existence, like the deep part, the deepest waters that we can really swim through, and a lot of people don't know about, or they can sense it by the way that you act, but they don't know it because there hasn't been a verbalized conversation about it. So therefore, i.e. water being a psychic way, or a soul language way of communicating with each other without using those words. And with the moon and Aquarius card being here, there are things that we may be sensing that we should or shouldn't share with people. There is information regarding ourselves being around others or others being around us that we want to talk about or we want to share. But then there are times where it's like, okay, so should I think that or should I say that? We may be going back and forth about what we want to reveal. And with it being Scorpio, a water sign, we may be sensing that, certain people have thoughts or emotions towards us that, although are not bad in itself, it's just not, as genuinely, quote unquote, happy for us as, we wanted them to be or want to be. Or we might find out even within ourselves that we are less, attracted to certain things anymore because psychologically or, just thinking deep into it, we find that we really need to detach. Aquarius, air, we need to detach from something that is no longer a part of who we deem ourselves to be on an individual level. And that's the deep sensing part. And getting to the hidden position, lunar eclipse, the number 7 here, there is a separation occurring. There's a change occurring. And we may have to take a walk on the wild side, which is what this moon card and this deck represents, is allowing yourself to go and do something kind of wild that you haven't done before, but not too wild. We have the judgment card here, so we definitely want to adhere to the universal laws of the position we hold with the 9 of Wands. Okay, so I was thinking that when I first seen all of this too, was that, we're sensing information, we're gathering information for the new revolution that is being had at this very time. And the change that is coming, although abrupt, it is a inner knowing that we have to wake up and pay attention to things that make us feel like we need to protect ourselves from, or maybe we've been hurt from before and we're trying to ease our way back into it. So with the omen or the little crack in the door when we walk past, it's dark where we are, but we're looking through a crack in the doorway where there's a little light shining through. We're trying to peek in and see, something, even though it might scare us or somebody might even jump back at us. We're still trying to get a little peek through that little crack in the door to see what type of information are we really hiding from ourselves that we need to acknowledge in order to get over whatever, fear or hurt or pain that we've had before. And it can be very well connected to our status. We got 2 7s here with the 7 here. So 7, 7, 7. And then we got the 5 of Cups. So we can definitely be, in our head as well with this water element sensing. We are sensing, we are visualizing, what it would feel like to have everything that we want, that would make us like deeply satisfied on a emotional, mental level, and therefore physically showing where we are on a spiritual level, and creating boundaries with that success that comes from walking into or walking down the path that will attract all of that to us, the 6 of Wands, and us using the 7 to create boundaries to protect that, and with that change, from looking from the outside in, with this 10th house card, it's like our status in the world, or what we're truly here to do, the work that we're really here to do, will require us to separate ourselves from people, places, and things, ideas, even locations that, we were once attached to. This is Scorpio energy here again, both of these, Scorpio energy. So there is a deep attachment to things that our soul wants and to get into, and things that our soul wants to turn away from. And the more that we focus on the energy of where we're wanting to work, what status in the world, or what life, career choice, or what occupation, what's the reason for our occupancy here on earth in this world, and how are you visualizing what that means for you, and how are you protecting your mission that's only meant for you to do? And are you appreciating that mission by doing all you can to make it work? Or are you slacking on your pimp hand and you're allowing your talents and gifts to go to waste because it's not exactly the way that you want it to be? And Scorpio is fixed energy as well. as Leo here, it is fixed energy. And Saturn, although Capricorn is a cardinal sign, Saturn takes almost 30 years to cycle. So there are some things that are deeply ingrained in us psychologically that we've been raised into doing or believing that, might be very well in our dreams, but in reality, we need to, let some of those old habits die and be slothed off while we focus, on those Two of Cups, that deep psychic interconnection with what will truly satisfy us and aid us in being more abundant in the path that we chose to walk once we came here and was, elevated enough to understand what it is that we're doing. So the outcome card here, again, the Leo home in the sun position, and is being clarified by the Lovers card. So yes, there is angelic protection, but at the same time, we make a choice. The Lovers is about making a choice, Gemini and Venus energy. We're making a choice to attract or be attractive to certain energies throughout our cycles and, life period. And whatever you will into your life, that's you making a choice to connect to a certain energy. And you get to choose that energy, whether you want to invite it or not. A lot of people fear what they do not know. And a lot of people are scared to even just come to a simple understanding of how the word occultism is nothing in itself to be afraid of. And it has nothing to do with something that is quote unquote bad. The word literally, Scorpio, means something that you are not aware of, something that you are in the dark about. And if you are in the dark about something, and that means simply you don't know, but because of the word choice, you choose to see it as something else, that shows how deeply conditioned on a psychological level we have all been. And having all of that, pulled out of us through the global events that are going on, you really do want to find someone to connect with on a level that brings comfort and peace, cooperation here, where you're able to give and receive the same energy and feel safe. But, the advice here, of course, is to visualize, affirm, manifest the change in direction that you want, that you want to have. A lot of people are concerned about the presidential debates. My daughter even told me that she's sick of she's sick of hearing about them talking about people voting. And, the overall energy here, at the bottom of the deck is the Hanged One. We can just hang out and chill, get comfortable. The water element card also talks about that. Don't be in a hurry. With this moon and Aquarius card here, Seven of Swords, don't be in such a quick hurry to divulge information or say things that you actually feel or don't feel, because emotions are fleeting. You could feel one way right now, and then something will happen that will actually change that. And being okay with the fact that, things do happen and things do change, that's just a part of nature. It's just a part of nature. And things happen in divine timing, always, always, always. So we work in conjunction with the universal laws, and we allow ourselves to just hang tight, see things from a different perspective, allow the situation to open up itself to us so that we can, utilize our power within, instead of looking for something to come to us and just be, tumbling out the box for, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to go searching for something that's meant for you. It's already coming to you. It's already opened its arms and its doors to you. It already opened its windows to you. The only thing that you have to do is sit here just like this and allow your third eye to watch it happen. And then it turns in turn, comes, you get to see it. You get to feel it and see it. Here is about feeling it with the water element, sensing water here, lunar, water here, fire here, with some air, Gemini, but, all feminine energy here is circling around. So allow the waves to just be Feel the waves as they come up and down. Feel those tides when they come up and down. You know, allow yourself to ride the wave. Don't try to force yourself to swim in any necessary or any unnecessary direction, or, you know, force yourself to make decisions on things that you know or you can sense. Your psychic senses are telling you, your intuition is talking to you, telling you to, you know, just relax and allow things to just be as they are, and you remain focused on your your mind's eye, remaining focused on what you want to see come to fruition, and let it become attracted to you. Let it come to you. Don't go searching and swimming and forcing yourself to get to it. It'll come to you. Balance, temperance, having peace and compassion within yourself, having complete understanding of who you are, and allowing your magic to work itself, not you work it. Okay, we don't allow ourselves to be manipulated by the environment. We understand universal laws and how to use the powers that we have amongst us and within us to our best advantage. And at the same time, you know, not blocking another person's free will. We have all the sorts of, you know, power within us all individually that the earth is trying to wake us up to get back connected to. And you don't need approval from other people on how to do it and when to do it. You just need to know it has to be done right now, because, you know, there is a war going on right now, a spiritual war. And if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And you don't want to be someone falling everywhere. It's all within. All you need to know is within. Keep sensing, keep feeling, keep visualizing, relaxing, letting nature take its course, allowing the process to just be the process, because you already know why you're here. So just allow the process to flow, allow the process to be, and everything, you know, lovers. If this is about a relationship, there's definitely some feelings coming up. There are definitely something you're sensing that seems kind of in the background, but at the same time, it's in front of your face. And you can't see it right now, but you know what's coming. Keep working on you. Keep preparing yourself to be the best partner you could actually be to yourself first, because the person who's going to, you know, want to be that person that wants to connect with you, they'll see how well you take care of yourself. They'll see how well you love yourself. And if they're on the same level, great. And if not, they're going to step their game up, because anybody who's not willing to step their game up, they got to go. They have to go. And you have to block that out, no matter how many, you know, dreamy, you know, instances you can have visualizing with this person. When it comes to the status, the physical reality, the 3D, you know, is your soul trying to protect you from something that may harm you, and you just don't want to let it go because of how you feel? I mean, it's okay. We all have feelings for a reason. But this pause, this distance is to, you know, continue to visualize, affirm, manifest in the change in direction. Everything's going to be okay. All right? What you're attracted to is attracting, you know, itself to you. All right? So, that's the reading for this moon in Scorpio. Thank you for tuning in. I do have specials going on for natal readings, business, love, and personal growth, as well as tarot readings are also available at limitedcity6.org. I have updated the blog spot recently with the new moon in Libra, but also check out that Mars and Mercury retrograde that's currently going on, if you haven't already, at princesslemon.blogspot.com. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.